Shalom. How's everyone doing this Thursday morning? For those who don't know me, my name is Mr. Andrew Williams. I'm also known as the Prophet of War. This morning, I have a very urgent message. This message is for everybody, but is more so specifically for the black woman here in the United States of America. So listen up. This is a very urgent message from Aniyah, my God, as he has spoken unto me last night and this morning in both dreams and vision. This urgent message is very horrifying, terrible, and frightening, especially to the black women here in the United States of America. I'm going to do my best to control my emotions as my heart is full of sorrow and pain, as I woke up with a lot of tears and agony in my eyes from this horrible message from Aniyah, my God. I'm gonna try to give this. I'm gonna try to keep this message as short as possible, but if not, please bear with me. This is a two-part message. The first part of the message, all through the night, in both dreams and vision, Aniyah was showing me why and how he was protecting me from harm and danger, all kinds of threats that I was not aware of throughout my life, and then showing me in those dreams and vision why he was protecting some people and why he was not protecting others. And the simplest fact that why he was protecting me and other individuals is because we was being totally obedient to his word. We were actually listening to his spirit. It wasn't that we was more special than anybody else, or more righteous or holy or more virtuous. It was nothing like that. It was just the simplest fact that we was being obedient and faithful to listen to his voice, whatever he told us to do. And that's why he told me in the first part of that dream and vision that's the reason why he was protecting me from harm and danger and unseen threats that I was not aware of, even till this day. So I was very happy and pleased with that part of the dreams and the visions that Aniyah was revealing unto me last night. Then all of a sudden, the whole dream and vision changed into part two, as it became very frightening, horrible, and terrible. And it was more. Aniyah told me in both part two of the dreams and vision that this message specifically to the black woman because of her pride and her ego and disobedience. In part two of the dreams and vision, I don't know too much about the military. I've never been into the military. God told me not to go into the military. God told me to lie on my test, not to do my best to fail the test, to make sure to make sure that they could not put me in the military. And they also tell them that I have severe scoliosis, not to go into the military because of my severe scoliosis. So those are two things that God had me do to make sure not to go into the military. So other than that, I do not know anything about the military. I know a lot about the agencies in the government and the secret military of the agencies. I know about stuff, but the four branches or the new branches of the military they have today, I don't know anything about that. But either way, in both dreams and vision of the military, There was a beautiful young, a gorgeous young black woman in the military. I'm assuming based upon the wings on her chest and her arms, she was high ranking in the military. She was light brown skin, beautiful young lady, flawless skin, beautiful long black hair, nice figure. But she was dressed in her fatigues, her military uniform, with her hat on, or sergeant hat on. It wasn't a drill sergeant hat, but it was a high-ranking hat that they wear in the military. So she had some ranks on there on her hat. So she was high-ranking in the military. She was leaning she was leaning on the front part on the Jeep, but right on the corner on the right hand side. She was sitting like I'm leaning against this counter here, with her arms folded. That's how she was leaning on the front part of the Jeep on the corner. And she had two other military officers with her. Well, one on her right side and the other one on her left side. So they had great respect to her. So she outranked them. And she was just looking around, barking out her commands and giving orders and stuff like that. So I'm watching all this while in the dreams and vision. And all of a sudden, someone who much high ranker than she were appeared. I didn't see him. I knew it was a male, a white guy, but he outranked her, and he approached her. He he ordered the two white officers on each side of her to violently grab her and turn her around and thrust her, bend her over in front of the Jeep. Ordered the two officers to unstrap her pants and pull it down, and then just spread her legs. And then the officer, I forgot the most important part. Before that incident, when the high-ranking officer came and ordered the two other officers to grab her, she did struggle. She did put up a little fight, but she didn't really put in a lot of fight to really try to escape or harm them or hurt them because in the military they do teach hand-to-hand combat. So she knew a lot about hand-to-hand combat. But she did struggle, but she didn't struggle hard enough to try to escape. She didn't even try to scream or yell. She did say it out loud. "Why y'all grabbing me? Let me go. I'm outrank you." And then that's about it. Then the two officers turned her around, threw her on the corner of the Jeep, bent her over, pulled her pants down, stuff like that. And the high-ranking officer who came out of no place, he just violently thrust into her. And then when he violently thrust into her, she, shout out a loud, sharp scream, a long, loud, sharp scream, like I'd never heard before. And it wasn't, that long, sharp scream lasted for about a minute, about 30, 60 seconds.